Hello students. As you can see in the picture that these are the blocks and you must have played games when you were a kid about joining these blocks and making a bigger one. Yes. So today the topic that we are going to discuss does the same thing. It joins something, and because of its quality of joining something we have labeled it. Its function is to join. Now what the word joins exactly we will see, but first of all have a look at these two sentences. He watches cartoon programs, he watches Hollywood movies. One subject doing two actions. And instead of giving these two sentences, we can have one more sentence of conveying the same meaning. For example, he watches cartoon programs and Hollywood movies. So when we are using one particular word and the repetition of these two sentences can be avoided and one sentence can be made out of it. So it will save the use of words. It will also give it very aesthetically, you can present it very clearly, you can present it instead of having the repetition of both the sentences. Yes, the word that I am talking about, you might have guessed it right. I'm talking about conjunction. So conjunction, the main function of conjunction is to join, to connect words, phrases, clauses and sentences. So how it works, what are the different types of the conjunctions and the examples of conjunctions? Let us have a look at this. You listen song and speech. There are two words, song and speech. These two nouns or the two words have been combined, joined by one word, that is and. I uploaded video links on YouTube or on Facebook. See, two phrases. Phrase means group of words that we all know. So on YouTube, this is one phrase. On Facebook, this is another phrase. And both the phrases have been joined or connected by the word or. So or is also a conjunction over here, the way it was here in the first sentence. Now the third sentence, I called him and informed that he had got the job. Here two clauses have been combined. Now which are the clauses? I called him, this is one. I called him and informed that he had got the job. And that, these two are the connectors over here. They are the conjunctions and they are combining two clauses. And clause is, we all know that it has subject and predicate. So when the word connects two words, two phrases and two clauses, that is called conjunction. And these are the types of conjunction. The number one is coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction and correlative conjunctions. See, coordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions, they are one and the same. I mean, correlative conjunctions are coordinating conjunctions. But why the grammarians have given the third type? There is one special feature of this correlative conjunctions that we will see in the due course of this particular presentation. So have patience. So first of all, let us take one by one. Coordinating conjunctions, they join two words, phrases, clauses and sentences of equal rank, status and grammatical structure. Equal rank, status and grammatical structure. If the two words, two phrases or maybe two clauses or sentences, they have the same grammatical structure or maybe the status, if the conjunction is joining these two, that conjunction is called coordinating conjunction. And let me tell you, coordinating conjunctions most of the time they connect or they form compound sentences. Now what is this compound sentence? It is also a type of sentence. Compound sentence has two clauses or maybe more than two clauses, but all the clauses, they are independent clauses. Independent clauses means the clause or the group of word or the sentence which completes its own meaning without the help of any other clause or sentence or maybe word. So let us have a look at this. We are talking about the status and grammatical structure. Certificate and a trophy. Certificate noun, trophy noun, both have the same status or the rank, and the word and is joining them. So and is coordinating conjunction. Take a look at this one. He liked the introduction of the movie. This is one clause or maybe one sentence. But he felt the climax a bit boring. He felt the climax a bit boring. This is also a simple sentence. He liked the introduction of the movie. This is also a simple sentence. Simple sentence means it has only one clause and the clause completes its own meaning. So these two simple sentences have been combined or connected by but. and that's why but becomes coordinating conjunction. The same case is here. I will visit Mumbai or I will visit Bangalore. So these both the simple sentences have been combined or connected by or, and that's why or, but, and these three examples, they are the coordinating conjunctions. You have to pay attention that the grammatical structure or the status of these two words, phrases and the clauses has to be same, and then only you can label that particular conjunction that connects them as coordinating conjunction. So this is a very wonderful slide that I could come across on internet, and this is the link that I could come across. uh, I liked this because see, these are the examples of coordinating conjunctions like for, and, nor, but, or, yet. So if you simply take the initial letter of all these conjunctions, one very good word is formed, that is fanboys. So it is very easy to remember fanboys, this word, because it is related to youngsters like you guys, so you can easily remember them. So fanboys, if you can remember, you can elaborate it like for, and, nor, but, or, yet. So, and that's why I just incorporated this particular slide in order to you guys to take more interest in it. So remember only one word, that is fanboys, and you get all the coordinating conjunctions with it. So these are the examples that I have given using all the coordinating conjunctions. You can read it or you can take a snapshot of it, but make sure that when you are reading it, you should not copy these sentences, but you should frame or form your own sentences so that you get ample practice in utilizing coordinating conjunctions. If you frame these particular sentences of your own, you will learn it. Otherwise it will be simply memorization, and memorization, you know that in real life situation memorization does not help. So you should understand it and you should be able to apply it in your real speech or maybe writing, and in order to use it in real speech and writing, you need to use or have your own sentences. uh, Now this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. A subordinating conjunction is a word which joins together a dependent clause and an independent clause. Now first of all, let us understand what is dependent clause and independent clause. As I said, we are going to study simple, complex and compound sentences. In complex sentences, you have one independent clause and one or more than one are dependent clauses. So clause, we all know that it has subject and predicate. It is a group, or it may be a sentence, or it may be incomplete sentence, but if it has subject and predicate, it can be called as clause, like alphabet, then word, then clause, alphabet, word, phrase, and then clause or sentences. So this is how the structure is. My point is, dependent clause means the clause or the sentence that completes, that does not complete its own meaning, and it is dependent on the main clause of the sentence to complete its meaning. And dependent clause is what? Independent clause that completes its own meaning without the help of any other clause or word. Take this example: you will improve your knowledge if you listen to understand. If you listen to understand, this is dependent clause. It is because if someone says if you listen to understand, the next the gap is created, that there has to be something after this or maybe before this. And once the speaker says you will improve your knowledge, now you will improve your knowledge, this has subject, that it has predicate. For example, subject is you will improve your knowledge, this is predicate. And if you listen to understand, you is the subject and listen to understand, this is predicate. But this particular clause does not complete its own meaning, and that's why it is dependent clause. But as far as you will improve your knowledge is concerned, this clause is independent clause because it does not require help of other clause to complete its meaning. But the words or the conjunction that joins this dependent and independent clause, they are called subordinating conjunction. This is what I want you guys to pay attention to. So what are these subordinating conjunctions? This is the list of 50 subordinating conjunctions. There might be more, you can search or you can read in any book, but this list or the slide I could come across at this particular link, you can go through. This is wonderful. Comprehensively they have given the list of all the 50 subordinating conjunctions, and in order to make you guys understand it better, I have given you the sentences or the examples of all these subordinating conjunctions, so you can go through all this But as I said in the previous slide, you should have your own sentences. Yes, have a look at it, or you can take a snapshot of it. But my point is, prepare or frame your own sentences so that you understand it better and you can apply it in your writing as well as in your speech, or you can identify whenever you are asked to identify the conjunctions, or you can use them correctly whenever you are asked in any examination to use them. So these are the examples. Now the third type is correlative conjunctions. Actually, correlative conjunctions, as I said, they are the coordinating conjunctions, but because they have one special feature, the special feature is they appear in pair. In one sentence, they appear in pair. Means both the conjunction should be there, otherwise there won't be a complete sense or the meaning of that particular sentence wherever it is used. They have the reciprocal or complementary relation. Complementary relation means if one is absent, another cannot exist. The same case is about other also. Point is, both the conjunction should be there in a sentence, and that's why they are called correlative conjunctions. This is the list of correlative conjunctions with the examples like both and. Michael can both read and write. If you simply remove both, Michael can read and write, it will become different. Here only one coordinating conjunction is there, but here both, if you are using both, there has to be and. So Michael can both read, write. You cannot say write unless and until you get and. For example, not only Mary, Gabriel is from Italy. If you remove but also, there won't be a complete sense. So not only and but also, they are the correlative, means they should be there, both should be there in a sentence to complete the meaning of the sentence. And same is the case with all these correlative conjunctions. You can have a look at it. This is the actual ready-made slide that I came across at www.englishstudyhere.com website. If you want to have more information about it, you can go to that website and you can read more things about it. But what my concern is that when you know all the correlative conjunctions, use them in your own sentences. Frame your very wonderful and interesting sentences so that you enjoy it. Interesting means in academic book you see some very formal examples of this, like Michael can both read and write. Instead of this, you can have your very funny sentences also. For example, Michael can both play PUBG and play another game also. You can have your own creative sentences that will create interest among your friend circle so that you enjoy the learning process. Unless and until you enjoy the learning process, you won't be able to understand it and apply it properly. If you carry burden of these rules and regulations, obviously you will not be in the position, or the brain will not accept it. If something critical is there, our brain rejects it. Similarly, if you make it more interesting, you can apply it, you can use it, or the interest will go on enhancing. So I hope that the things are getting clear. If you have any query, any doubt, you can talk to me at rampatil26@readymail.com. With this, I say bye bye, good night, happy learning.